I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know the way that the story ends. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile. But no, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the evening falls and I'm left there with my thoughts and the image of you being with someone else, well, it's eating me up inside. But we ran our course, we pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go. I will go. So I'll go. I will go. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits, I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go. I will go.
If I had to go to something, right?
It's been 24 hours, I need more hours with you. We spent the weekend getting even. Ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. But now it's all good, babe. Roll that backward, babe, and play me close. Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah. Girls like you love fun and yeah, me do what I want. When I come through, I need a girl like
Sipon, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You're so scared now.
Oh, they are in already. Okay. Hi everyone. I think we are live now, Angela. All right. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. Of course, now it's 5:04 at my computer, and thank you for tuning in. So I think let me introduce myself first. My name is Siu Fong. I'm the director for talent recruitment for BDO Malaysia. Of course, BDO, I think perhaps you guys, hopefully you know us or you don't know us, but anyway, BDO Malaysia is a professional services firm. We offer audit and assurance, tax, advisory, as well as business services and outsourcing. Together with me is my colleague. Angela, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Angela. I'm from the People and Culture team together with Siu Fong. And basically, I'm in charge of the operational part.
Yeah.
Back to you, Siu Fong.
Thank you. So anyway, Angela has been very modest. This is not her first time doing Careerosity. I just want to tell the crowd today this is our third year. In fact, we started Careerosity when COVID hit. It will be in 2021, either 2020 or 2021. I kind of lost count as well. But Angela is definitely one of the person that we usually love to invite her because she has been in this space for HR for more than 20 years for sure. And her experience is really something that we really need to pick her brain. I myself also need to pick her brain, and hopefully will bring a very insightful and fruitful whatever in Careerosity today. So to begin with the questions that we received, but before that, I just want to encourage, we don't have many questions given to us prior, but we hope that you guys out there will throw some questions to us, and hopefully we can answer live to you today, whatever we can answer. Of course, I know my topic is ask us anything. That is really something very far-fetched. We may not be able to answer everything, but we will try our best in the space, in a HR space, especially recruitment space or talent space within BDO Malaysia, we will definitely be able to answer. So to begin with, I will moderate the session as well as answer some questions. So I think to begin with, I'll have a question for Angela. Angela, there's a question for you, very aptly for you, is how to get an internship or entry-level job position in BDO. Similarly, there's another person who asked how to secure a job in BDO. Angela, to you.
Okay, thanks, Siu Fong. Okay, first and foremost, of course, the basic necessary part of the requirement is, of course, your education, your tertiary education, and then your skills. And of course, these requirements are all available in our career website. So if you have a look at it, you can see that the list is all there, and then have a feel of it, of what's the requirement, because from there you have a good understanding of what's the scope, what's the task requirement, and what is needed for that position. Second is, of course, you make sure you have an outstanding resume, because we receive tons and tons of applications. Because of that, so how do you stand out? So make sure you have a good resume. And on top of that, of course, during the interview session, once you're shortlisted, then you move on to be shortlisted and being interviewed. So during the interview, what you need to do is, how do you impress your interviewers? You need to speak up, and okay, that will lead me to the next question. One of the questions that was posted was tips to pass a BDO interview. So coming to that, so this is actually a very good question, and it's quite a relevant one as well. So of course, sometimes with this pandemic and endemic and all that, we have gone through virtual, we have done physical, so on and so forth. So please be punctual. Come in extra early so that you're prepared, you're ready. And then if it's virtual, you need to ensure that your system, your mic, everything is in place. And then of course you please dress formally, right attire for an interview, and then come with a good personality, a pleasant smile, and then of course a positive attitude. That's actually very important. Sometimes some of us, because we are fresh grads, you may not have the relevant experience, because we totally understand, because you may just graduate from your degree or course that you're in. So nonetheless, the positivity, that the vibes that you give to your interviewers of the first impression is very, very important. So of course, during the interview, you'll be asked questions, and please be honest with your questions. You carry yourself well, articulate well, and then please remember to speak up so that you can too stand out. So especially if you ask, the more questions you ask, the more you will be able to gauge whether how is BDO's culture like, the environment, what's the work like, or even how's the people like. So, okay, of course, that is during the interview. What about before the interview? What you must do is to be able to gain as much information as possible, so that you do look good during the interview. You're able to ask the employers that, indicating to them that, look, I have done my homework. I've actually gone into all your social medias, gather what is the update of your firm, what's the interest, what's the passion that you have. All this you need to show to the interviewers, to say that, look, I am really enthusiastic about this role, and I'm up to take the employment as soon as possible. So remember, you need to speak up to stand out.
Thank you, Angela. I think I would like to add on interview. I mean, I myself, Angela, have been interviewing, and we interview quite a number of people. What we really love best is really for you guys to speak out. I know we ask questions and you answer those questions. That itself is sometimes insufficient. I think there are always a time at the end or even in the midst. Most of interviews say, if you have any question, please ask. And sadly enough, quite many candidates do not ask. They don't even take the opportunity to ask about the culture, ask about the management style, the leadership style, ask about the products or services being offered. They couldn't quite ask anything. They just keep quiet. And that itself didn't make you really stand out. And I think the idea being interviewed is really having the confidence to, no matter how scared you are. I mean, being nervous, I think we have been interviewed, not the interviewer, we have been the interviewee before. I mean, we are really as nervous or even probably worse than some of you. But I think the idea, if we want a job, is really to really stand out and really be confident about it. And let's say that if I tried my best, I may land a job in this company, or I may not. If I may not, I still have a lot of alternative employers to go to. Take it a chance for you to build up that confidence level, because I'm sure there are one employer that sees the greatness or strength in you. And I feel in any case, it's good to speak up. So if the one tip I really want to give you guys, especially Malaysian students or Malaysian university students, is really to speak up, because by speaking up, we can see you, we really can hear you. I think that's the best. So why don't I go to the next question? I know there is already one question in the chat box, which is quite similar to a question that we have received. So I'll hold on to that first. But Angela, there is another question for you. Okay. Do I need to have a background in audit to apply for an audit associate position?
Okay, thanks, Yufeng. Okay, first and foremost, to apply for an audit position, of course, you're from an accounting or a finance degree. So either you could be pursuing or at the final stage of your professional qualification, either if it's ACCA or ICAW or CPA Australia or MECPA. So whether you have taken on audit or tax papers, of course, it's encouraged, but it's not actually a prerequisite in order to join BDO, because here we have a structured audit trainings available, which we have a LAPD department, Learning and Professional Development Department, who specifically caters to conduct trainings for all our audit colleagues. So there's sufficient trainings available. So you just have to come with a positive mind. Okay.
All right, thank you, Angela. So I welcome more questions coming in. Otherwise, we will close this very early if there's no other question. But I mean, Ashmal Kaya, now we will answer your question. Her question to us is, I am an SCCA finalist. I believe you are studying here. I would like to join BDO in the audit and assurance role. I would like to know whether you are hiring international fresh graduate, as I'm from India, and are you providing work visa for those candidates? Thank you for your question. I think Ashmal, a lot of international students has reached out to us at our career booth and asked the same question. I have to mention that at this moment, we do not have permanent positions available for international students and graduate, basically due to immigration restriction in hiring non-Malaysians. Unless our government, our Malaysian government, relaxes the rule allowing us to hire non-Malaysian, especially yourself, an SCCA finalist, BDO is really not in a position to hire any international students. So at this moment, our focus is on Malaysian graduates. I am really sorry. I think we are really sorry to you who asked this question. We have nothing to provide you. But as a tip though, from my years of recruiting and of years of getting to know other recruiters, I know of some Malaysian companies that have flexibility to hire international students, especially companies with MSc status. MSc status is something to do with technology. Perhaps you want to do some research on this if you wish to work in Malaysia. That is the only thing that I can give you, a tip to give you, is look for Malaysian companies with MSc status. As for BDO, we do not have MSc status, and hence we are really we really have to follow the latest immigration ruling in terms of hiring. Okay, I hope I answered you. Then I'll go on to another questions that came to us on prior to this particular event, is how long is the hiring process for BDO? I would say from the time your application to our email, either email or online, where we receive, to job offer, it takes us an average about 4 to 5 weeks. Depends on the volume of application and availability of interviewers at that moment. So it means that when your applications are dropped into our mailbox, to the time you get a job offer is average 4 to 5 weeks, provided our interviewers, which is in BDO, are usually partners and directors, are available to interview. But on average, we will meet this particular guideline. Our hiring process is very simple in BDO. Basically, an English assessment followed by an interview, as I just mentioned, by partners and directors of the firm. Of course, brace yourself for the interview questions, because the interview questions may not be easy. I do not think that we shoot out a lot of technical questions asking you what is the latest economy, what do you understand of IFRSs. I don't think so that my partners, my audit partners, do ask those questions. But please brace yourself for a lot more behavioral questions, asking about things that you have done in the past as maybe a student leader, or when you've done voluntary work, or anything else that you can find in your resume that we can read. We're definitely going to question you more about those things and what we want to know about you. I think that is something you need to brace yourself for. Then I think the next question will be very popular question. What qualities or skills and background are you looking for? What is the company expectations from fresh hires? So in terms of hard skills, means any technical skills, I would say these days, after COVID especially, where things are automated and technology are accelerated, number one will be digital skills. What I mean by digital skills is a basic understanding on how current digital technologies, such as cloud computing, machine learning. I think of late we've been listening to a trend, a very trendy ChatGPT. I think all of us have to understand what is this AI and how does this AI will help in our lives, especially businesses, data analytics, robotics, things that already impacted, whether you like it or not, impacted our lives, and most importantly, understanding how this digital technology will help ease our daily work so that we can focus on higher value work. It means that how best ChatGPT perhaps is something that able to help you to do your audit work more seamlessly and easier, because they do all the dirty work, you do all the high value work. Basically as easy as that. And how does using cloud computing able to increase team and collaboration, because things are kept in cloud. These are things I wouldn't say at the associate you're expected to give, or am I expected to give solution like this? No. But eventually it's good to know, because client may have engaged, client may have approached digital technology to help in their businesses, and you as the auditors must understand how it at the end the efficiency and productivity will translate into the results, and I would say the numbers. That is something you need to know, the basic understanding how these digital technologies will help businesses to thrive. The second thing that you need to know in terms of hard skills is use of video conferencing platforms. Google Meet, what we are using now, Zoom, Skype, Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx. I'm sure you are all very well versed after 2 to 3 years of COVID pandemic and now endemic. And this, up to today, at this Careerosity, we are still using the experience that we have learned in 2020 using Zoom in seeing you and meeting you here. And not only that, my team has go on to actually make it live today. While I'm at Zoom, it's currently recorded live in our Facebook, I don't know, Instagram or LinkedIn. So this is what I meant, that you need to be able to leverage. Once you know how to do it, leverage it and make it work for you in terms of whether using it to collaborate with your team member, or even maybe working it with your client. Your client may be overseas that you can't really go and see them. So making it work for you. And thirdly will be Microsoft Office. I would say Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all these are still very useful in most workplaces. Don't think that, oh, now I go on tools, I go on apps, I don't need all these things. No, these are really the basic applications that you guys need to use it day by day, especially accountants do use it still. But Google has an entire suite of Google Workplace offerings can be done on cloud, or things that are free version. This comes very handy as well. So I would say, let me give you a tip, young talents out there, senior leaders like myself and Angela. To be honest to you, we are not entirely well versed with Google Workplace. Well, Google Workplace just came up not long ago, right? And we are born much more longer ago lah. I'm not going to review our age, but you can, by our position, we are quite senior people, okay? Just imagine if you as a young talent, this is something you can contribute. You are able to recommend them tools that make their work productivity increase. Voila! I bet you will impress them. You will impress us. So the faster you learn how these tools will help in the working world, the faster you're able to contribute your part as a young talent in the workplace. So I think I'll go I'll go on to a question that I think we received on other platform that says, can you tell us how important can you tell us how important professional certification like CPA Australia compared to a degree? This question is from our friend from YouTube. Okay, basically, Angela, you may add once you want to add anything.
Sure.
For us, honestly, degree, if you start work in tax and advisory, usually a degree is sufficient because they have other certifications that are more important. For example, risk advisory internal audit, they are looking at CIA certificate or certification in internal audit. Or if you're in IT audit, is CISA, something about certification in information system security or something like that. If you're working in corporate finance, it will be CFA, the financial analyst paper. So you can see that it's very different. Okay, how about tax? Tax has its own. Tax has this tax is CTEAM. Yes, you must be certified by CTEAM. What does the tax institute
Tax Malaysia, yeah.
So Tax Institute of Malaysia, then you are a great tax practitioner. So you can see that CPA Australia may not play a bigger role in this area. How about audit and assurance? For audit and assurance is important. Number one, Angela, please correct me if I'm wrong. Number one, when you move up to manager level, it's a requirement that you are already a member of MIA. Correct? Member of MIA, how to become a member of MIA? Of course, I would say the local 4 years Bachelor of Accounting degree graduates can still be member of MIA. If you are not, you're from private universities like Sunway, Taylor's, I can name all. The only way to become a member of MIA is to become the member of a foreign professional body like ACCA, ICAEW, MICPA, or CPA Australia. That's the only way. So that if you want to promote in audit, you need to become member of MIA. Then the next question you will ask me, but Siu Fong, I am a Bachelor of Accounting 4 years from whichever University of Malaya, University of Utara Malaysia, USM, Utah, I don't think that can, but Utah, yes. Then I can become member of MIA. Then I don't need an ACCA or CPA Australia equivalent. You'll be surprised in video, majority of our auditors are studying, either they are already member of a foreign professional body despite the fact that they graduated from local university, or they are pursuing a professional paper. This is more of a personal choice. Personal choice, what I mean is, when you have a professional paper, especially CPA Australia, your goal, perhaps in the future, you may not know, my goal is to migrate to Australia. At least a CPA Australia will help you. My goal is to migrate to UK, ICAW or ACCA may help you. You never know today whether your goal is to migrate overseas. And when you are not sure of your goal, what you're going to do in the future, my take is, since you guys have already studied 3 years or 4 years of Bachelor of Accounting or Bachelor of Accounting and Finance, what is the extra professional papers? ACCA is the last 4. If it's CPA Australia, is the last 6. If it's the MICPA, CANS is probably a paper, 8 papers. The new module, there's about 8, but not all written assessment. I just want to put a caveat first. And ICAW, the balance of another 7. If it takes you, first thing, out of Malaysia to work, if you need to in the future, and it's truly globally recognized. So if you ask me, is it important? it's really, to me personally, I think it's important because I do not know whether in the future I'll be working overseas and I need this to support me. Of course, you may choose in the future that I will study CPA Australia at the age of 40. Honestly, it's not as easy when you're at the age of 40. You have full commitment, financial commitment, family commitment, whatever commitment is to study a professional paper. So my advice to you is really when you're young and you have the momentum after degree, still the momentum, still the knowledge, still the understanding, please go and complete the professional paper as soon as possible. Angela, you want to add on this question?
Thanks, Sipong. So I think it's good that what Sipong say, which is very true. You are given an opportunity at this age, you should quickly get it over with your professional qualification. I mean, now with this virtual, able to work remotely anywhere, it is possible that you are being offered one day, who knows, an opportunity to go overseas to work, and you don't want to miss that opportunity because of this shortfall that you may have. So finish it off once and for a while you're young, and then you have the stamina, and so you can go for it. And then and if for those who are also interested, video, we do have sponsorship to pursue your professional qualification as well. So if you're interested, do reach out to us as well to discuss further.
Thanks. Thanks, Angela. Angela, there is another question from YouTube asking, may I know the interview is in physical or online? I guess they mean in video.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we are fine with either one. It's going to be hybrid. Whether if it's physical, we can do either one. It's fine. Yeah, depending on how comfortable the candidate is. Yeah.
All right. So I think I'll go to another question that we received from a person who registered for Zoom. Is this is, I think, from an academician, I don't know who, but this person asked, what are the most significant changes in the mindset of young talent? I think asking about you. I think most of you now listening is young talent, right? If I may answer this, the first thing I think in your mind is flexibility. Am I right? If I am right, please put in the Zoom or in the YouTube to say right, all the way of flexibility. So I think for you guys, it's important to have the better control of your work and personal time. That is what flexibility means. Flexibility doesn't mean that really, go work 8 hours and party another 6 hours. I don't think it meant that way. It meant that you can control your work and personal time. So with that flexibility, I think you meant as well in managing your lives, either working from home or hybrid working arrangement. I think everybody is talking about it. And then helping you to relatively live a better balanced lifestyle. That means you can choose to go to the gym, but yet manage your deadline at the end of the day to meet that particular deadline. The same day they go to the gym is the same day that you have to meet the deadline. I think that is what managing flexibility is about. And the second thing I think on young talent's mind is really regular upskilling, because upskilling is really important. Upskilling I mean through training and development, is because, to be honest with you, our internal processes are increasingly automated. We have so many offerings out there, technology or digital offerings out there, crying to tell you that we want to automate for you, crying to tell you that we can make productivity higher. And for that, a lot of upskilling are required on employees. And I will say that digital upskilling is definitely one of the things that have significant changes in talent's mindset. And thirdly will be, I would say, from my experience talking to you guys, is already better overall employee experience at workplaces. What I mean is really having the workplace to be to have light moments. It's not just work and go home, clock in, clock out, go in and go out. It's really having, I was having a I was having lunch with my colleagues, very young colleagues, in fact, mostly young colleagues today, and they were sharing with me our gym. We have a gym room for our employees in our KL office, and they were sharing that every Tuesday and Thursday there will be a bunch. They just a limited bunch of about 10 of them, and they will gather at the gym together and just exercise, because on Tuesday and Thursday is where we engage our personal trainer to be there. So they get some guidance from the personal trainer. The best is this gang of people actually go beyond and set up a group chat. And this Thursday, I think the Thursday just before us, one of them actually proposed, let's make it a donut day, and they bought donuts, J. Cole donuts. It's not from firm, it's not BDO who sponsored the donut. They themselves bought the donut, and she was showing me the group chat. I was laughing about it, because the trainer was in as well, and basically he said, oh, you guys having donut, then you have to do 30 minutes more. And the other one said, I can't make it because I have toothache today. Then the trainer said, okay, somebody else will take your donut and do 1 hour. So I was laughing at the group chat. So basically, it's really nice to see environments that is going along in little communities like this in BDO, and it's not really work per se, it's actually outside work, and they are enjoying another form of work, which is fitness. So this is something I think what we meant by employee experience, a better overall employee experience at workplace. Just an example, a real example that I met today. So of course, the fourth one, I would say you guys are really talking about attractive remuneration package, which is important, especially to mitigate the rising cost of living in Malaysia. And as a firm in BDO, we have done a salary adjustment in January to basically, I wouldn't say we can compare to Singapore. Singapore, under the Sing and Malaysian exchange transfer, we still losing, but at least we acknowledge that there is rising cost of living, and the management already did a salary adjustment. So that's about all the questions that we received. I'm not too sure whether we still have any questions on YouTube. Priyanka?
Yes, Yvonne, there is no more questions on YouTube. Yes.
If there's no more questions on YouTube, I think we will close today's Careerosity. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming. I think every quarter we will bring Careerosity in different form and topics, and if you can, please join us again. Otherwise, please stay updated to our news and career opportunities in our social media. I mean, if you want to find us out more about our culture, who are we, who are the people behind, please look at your chat now. Go join, be a friend, or connect with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you so much, and have a great evening and a great week ahead. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Maybe we can